After completing this lesson, you will be able to understand type catalogs, export a family type, and create a type catalog. The objective domains covered are 2.3b, export a family to create a type catalog. A type catalog can contain multiple family types in a tabular format. The type catalog can contain dimensions and other data such as structural properties. A catalog is much more efficient when there are a large number of family types to create. Also, the user only selects the types required for the project, which can help keep down file size. A type catalog is simply a text file that shares the same name as your Revit family. Both files have to be placed in the same folder. Assuming the text format is correct, a type catalog will be displayed when a Revit family is loaded into the project. Go ahead and open up the family 023 type catalog.rfa. The family file will open up in the floor plan. We're now going to export this family as a type catalog. Before we do this, let's investigate the family types that are created. On the Create ribbon, select Family Types. In the Family Types dialog box, you'll notice here that we have one family type created, 12-inch diameter. This family type is comprised of a number of different parameters. We have some dimensional parameters controlling the pile size, and we also have some custom parameters set up for the structural analysis, in this case the force in the z-axis, as well as some custom parameters for our density data, in this case the pile number. Click OK to the Family Types dialog box. We'll now go ahead and export our catalogue. To do this, select File, Export, Family Types. Ensure that we save this in the same project folder. Don't change the file name as this will by default match the RFA file. Click Save. A text file has now been created and stored in our project folder. Let's go ahead and open up this text file. Once the text file is open, you'll notice it has a very specific format. It's very difficult to understand and edit the type catalog in Notepad. Instead, we'll import this into Microsoft Excel, which will give us a much better environment to view and create a type catalog. With Microsoft Excel running, select Open. Click Browse, and ensure in the Open dialog box that we're viewing all files. Go ahead and select the text file 023 typecatalog.txt. Click Open. Excel now displays the Text Import Wizard dialog box. Here, we should ensure that we have Delimited selected, as this is a comma delimited file. Select Next. The file is delimited with columns. The default is tabs, so we'll go ahead here and select comma, and you'll now notice that each column is separated. Click Next, and here the formatting is set to General, and finally we can select Finish. The data is now imported into an Excel file. We'll just zoom up on this data and start to expand some of our columns. At the top of each column we have formatting which tells Revit what the data holds. So for example here you can see we have structural material and this is currently set to Other. If I take a look at a column that's holding a dimensional value such as pile length, you'll notice here that we've got pile length, then it's a length, and then the units of feet. The first column here is simply the family type name. So I'm going to go ahead here and make some new family types. So here perhaps we'll have an 18-inch diameter. We'll instance this value here and we'll pull down the pile number. Here I'll just keep the pile number the same. For the length we'll set this to 18 feet. Pile diameter perhaps we'll now go for 2 feet. The embedment we'll leave at 0.5 and we can keep the description the same and also the default elevation. So now that we have this line created, we could continue to create new lines of information. When we're ready to save this, it's important that we save it as a comma-separated file. To do this, select File, select Save As. In the file types, ensure that you're selecting CSV, comma delimited. Go ahead and select Save. Browse to the file location in Windows Explorer and ensure that Windows Explorer is set to show file extensions. So you'll see here that we have our original text file and our CSV file. I'm going to delete the original text file and I'm simply going to rename the CSV file to TXT. We can then open that up in the Notepad text editor and you'll now notice it has the correct formatting. We can then test our new family in Revit by creating a new project. So here we'll create a new project. And select OK. On the Structure ribbon, select Isolated. On the Context ribbon, select Load Family. And we'll now select our RFA file 023 Type Catalog. Go ahead and select Open. You'll now be presented with a Specify Types dialog box. This is our catalog file. Here we can select the family we want to load in and go ahead and select OK. The family type is then created and we can place it.